My friend developed tachycardia once to twice a day without physical exertion. It starts suddenly. Normally, normal EKG BP. Would LDN help in such condition? I'm not so sure that LDN is the primary medication that I would jump into right here. The issues with tachycardia that happen once to twice a day without physical exertion could be a result of spikes in cortisol, which could be an adrenal issue. There could be changes in thyroid function. There could be a lot of other things going on. It could be even a status of, do you have enough micronutrients? What's going on with potassium, sodium, magnesium, that sort of thing. LDN is not going to change a micronutrient deficiency. LDN is not going to change initial effects on adrenal or thyroid production. So LDN would not be my go-to in this situation. I think it would be much more effective and certainly quicker to get into more of the blood chemistry that is not being mentioned in this question. Yes, an EKG is normal, blood pressure is normal. That makes me think, okay, we need to look at, what's going on elsewhere in the body that is having a dramatic impact on the heart.
I have a little bit on that one actually.
Yeah.
So post-COVID, we are seeing a surprisingly large number of people with something called POTS,
Yes.
which I know we've talked about, which that doesn't necessarily fit what we've said there, but it's, POTS is when you sit down or stand up and your heart rate goes into this tachycardic, bizarre sort of flutter position. And I think an awful lot of doctors are underdiagnosing that. And what we're finding with POTS is LDN does seem to help a wee bit, but when we put them into the hyperbaric chamber, that almost seems to fix them within a couple of hours of that. So
nice.
That would be
nice. It's good to know. It's nice to hear about other therapies that are happening elsewhere in the world as well, because in the US things can be a little conservative or mainline, and we don't hear a lot about hyperbaric oxygen chambers being used, but yet,
it's we've only really had one since operational since the end of last year, and I wasn't really a believer to begin with, just like I wasn't a believer in LDN to begin with. But I'm actually quite amazed. The same patients that benefit from LDN seem to benefit in majority from this hyperbaric chamber. So.